Tax time. Child tax credit, residential energy credit. Refundable, non-refundable. Let's talk about it. Hey, welcome back to the Cuban Olive. This is a place where we teach, inspire, and educate, and obviously have fun while we come to you with messages about grown man conversations. And that's what we're about. I'm here in my backyard in Las Vegas, Nevada, having a cigar and a cocktail. That's what I do, you know. And like I said, I just wanted to come on today and talk to you about something that's going on right now, and that's tax season. You know, I've been in tax business since 2007. If you don't know that by now, amassed a ton of clients all across the country. And it's just been a wonderful business for me. But again, every year, some people dread tax season. Some people love tax season because some people get refunds and some people got to pay money to the IRS when that time comes. But I wanted to talk to you today about something that's been heavily on people's mind, and that's the child tax credit. So if you have children, a lot of questions have been coming up about the government coming up and increasing the child tax credit. I've heard all kinds of stories, $3,800, $4,000, people holding off filing their taxes because they're saying, hey, the tax credit, child tax credit is increasing. So you hear all kinds of stuff on Instagram, on what's that other video that you get, TikTok and all those type of things. But you got to listen. You got to make sure that, number one, you want to make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get the information. What we talk about, again, about grown man conversations, about getting ahead in life. So those are things we want to talk about. But this child tax credit, you have to understand right now. See, this is the most important part. Obviously, if you have a child that's 16 years and younger, you qualify for the child tax credit. OK, now there's some things about that. What Congress is trying to do is saying we want to increase the what's called refundable child tax credit to $1,800 for 2023 tax year, and then $1,900 for 2024. Then 2025 increases to $2,000. Now remember what I just said. Listen to what I said. I said refundable. You got to understand something. With the child tax credit, there's non-refundable and there's refundable. Non-refundable goes to help pay your taxes. Refundable, you could get that back as a refund. So the max right now is up to $1,600, and they're trying to get it increased to $1,800 right now. Now, if they do decide and get it in place by this year, obviously you'll get credit for that. They'll send out checks just like before when unemployment, when they reduced some of your income, they took away some of your income that you earned as far as for unemployment. And they credit you, and they sent people checks out once that law passed. Same thing with child tax credit. So you don't have to hold off on filing your tax return because you think you're going to get more money with the child tax credit. That's very, very important. So remember, there's a non-refundable part, child tax credit, and a refundable part. You want to focus on the refundable part because that's what you could put in your pocket. The non-refundable is something that helps reduce your tax liability. Also with child tax credit, if you have someone that's living with you and they're older than 17, they're 18, you could also get a $500 credit, non-refundable, to help reduce your taxes. Even though they're 17 and older, you can still get $500 as a tax credit to help reduce your taxes. And that's the non-refundable child tax credit. Again, over 17 and over, max $500. So as we're talking about non-refundable and refundable, there's something else that comes across my desk quite often, and that's when homeowners buy solar screens. I don't know if you've bought solar screens for your home when you own a home, and if you haven't owned a home yet, you need to get you a home. You need to buy you some real estate. I know a lot of people ask me, when is the best time to buy real estate? Now, that's when you need to buy. You need to start building assets. Do whatever you have to do. Now, I know interest rates are high, but there's other options that you can take advantage of to own a home. And that's something that's called owner financing. You could assume someone else's loan and have lower interest rates, don't have to go get a mortgage, and they may require you to put a down payment, maybe 3%, 5%, 10%, whatever you negotiate, and then refinance in 3 years, 5 years, and negotiate no prepayment penalty. So you can pay it off and refinance it into your name as soon as possible. But the key thing of this is that you own the property. I have people on my team, real estate agents, that are masters of getting properties that are assumable, or they can wrap around and do an owner financing no matter what your credit looks like. If you have cash, you can be a homeowner. So on that subject, talking about home ownership, a lot of people are into solar screens, putting up not solar screens, but solar panels on their roof. Now, here's what solar panel companies, now they may not like what I'm about to tell them, but in order for them to sell you that expensive deal, they got to tell you, they're going to tell you you're getting all this money back when you file your taxes. Some people I heard $20, $30, $40, $50,000. And they come into my office and expecting to get that type of refund. It's not happening. The reason why is because that credit, the energy credit, residential energy credit, is a non-refundable credit. That means it goes to reduce your tax liability. For example, let's say you make $50,000 a year. After everything's said and done, your standard deduction or your itemized deduction and all your adjustments, your taxable income, let's say, is $30,000. Let's say you owe $3,000 in taxes before we apply your federal withholding. And you bought solar screens. Okay, you bought solar screens and the guys told you you're getting $30,000 refund. That solar screen residential credit is only going to pay out $3,000 because your tax liability is $3,000. The residential energy credit is going to pay that $3,000. So now you have zero tax liability. Now your federal tax withholdings come into play. Additional child tax credit comes into play, and whatever other credits you have, refundable credits, that's going to be your refund. So remember, the residential credit, you go get solar panels, is not refundable. It is a non-refundable tax credit. I can't tell you how many people were so upset when coming to do their taxes. They come in with a smile, but they leave mad as I don't know what. But you can't be mad at me. You need to be mad at the people who sold you those solar panels. Now, it's great you save on energy and so forth, those things, but make sure you understand it is a non-refundable credit, just like the child tax credit is non-refundable. The only thing about child tax credit is called the additional child tax credit. That is refundable. So these are things you need to know when filing taxes. Again, it's very important that you have a good understanding in what to expect. All I'm trying to do is manage your expectations when you come to file your taxes. It's very important. So that's what I want to come on board with you and come in front of the camera and talk to you about, because that's what's been going on so far. This is 2024. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you make this year a prosperous year. Make yourself or put yourself in a position to grow, expand your mind, expand your assets. Take care of business. Take care of business. That's what we're talking about. Sometimes, life can be stressful. I know, I've been through it, but you got to sit back, have a cigar, have a cocktail, and just relax. Take it easy. Have depth in your thinking and say, what can I do this year to make myself and my family better than 2023? But you got to take action now. Tax planning. Oh, I just wanted to tell you that also. I went through an extensive amount of training last year. I am now a tax strategist. We have tax advisory services with my firm. So anything you want to look for legal loopholes to reduce your tax liability, that's what I do. I help people reduce their tax liabilities so they can get a bigger refund. And that's important. I mean, I've saved clients tens of thousands of dollars that they didn't know about. I didn't know about until I went to this advanced tax strategist course, and it was very intense, very long, but it was well worth it. And I'm helping my clients to reduce, especially you real estate investors, you high income earners that's writing checks to the IRS, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000. You got a lot of money in withholding and you only get, I had clients who put in, 30,000 in withholdings and their refund is $3,000. That's crazy. I have ways to help you reduce that tax liability so you can have a much bigger refund so you can buy real estate. You can create more assets because that's what it's about. That's the number one place you want to be looking into is real estate because that's what's going to help you the most. So folks, like I said, again, just wanted to talk to you about non-refundable and refundable credits. So you have a good understanding when you go to file your taxes, if not with me, but with your tax person, make sure you do that. But if you're looking for legal loopholes to help reduce your tax liability, reach out to me. I'll keep providing my information as I always do. At the bottom of this video, click on it, send me a text, send me give me a call, an email, put a note on a pigeon and send it to me so I can get that information and start planning for the next tax year because we're already past for 2023 tax year. Let's start planning for 2024 to reduce your tax liability and increase your assets. So folks, thanks for coming in with me or stopping by and watching the video. Again, I appreciate everyone that's tuned in to me. Again, make sure you subscribe. If you like this video, you like it. If you don't like it, don't let me know. But make sure you come on board and stay tuned for other videos that's coming out. Again, take care. Everyone have a great one. I see you at the top because as you know, it's way too crowded at the bottom. Talk to you later. Peace.